Hey guys, welcome to English Portal. Today's video is specially for poetry lovers. Tell me, have you ever laughed so much that you almost died? Probably not. So, see, this is the difference between the literal and figurative language. Stay tuned with me because today I am going to discuss this figurative language which is used by a writer and more often by the poet to make his poetry more figurative and expressive. So let's explore this poetic field which is called as figures of speech. Why people are given additional titles other than their real names? Sachin Tendulkar is called as Master Blaster, Milkha Singh as Flying Sikh, Shah Rukh Khan as King Khan, Vallabhbhai Patel as Iron Man of India, Lata Mangeshkar as Gaan Kokila. So why these additional titles? They are all students are example of metaphor. Why do we use tongue twisters? I feel, a funny feel, a funny feel, I feel. If you feel the feel I feel, a funny feel you feel. If a black bug bleeds black blood, what color blood does a blue bug bleed? A big black bug bit a big black dog on his big black nose. Isn't it funny? If you notice this notice, you will notice that this notice is not worth noticing. So what is the speciality of these tongue twisters? You see, some sounds are repeated again and again. So, why do we wear ornaments? Why do we paint houses? Why do we use spices in food? The answer is simple. Because they add special flavor to our life. So, if we want to add special flavor, beauty and meaning to our language, we have to use some magic. And that magic is called as figure of speech. So let's see the definition of figure of speech. Figure of speech is a literary tool which poet uses to beautify the poem, convey ideas more figuratively and meaningfully. Ultimately, poet is the beautician of language. So let's go to our first figure of speech, that is simile, where two things different from each other are compared using the word like, as and so. So if a soldier is compared to a lion on their quality bravery and it is introduced by as. Soldier is as brave as a lion. Second example, my love is like a red rose. Again, love and red rose, which is the common quality in both of them, that is they both are beautiful, and that comparison is introduced by the word like. Love is patient, so is my mother. Again, the love and mother, their common quality patience, and this comparison is introduced by the word so. So when two things are compared with words like, as and so, it is simile. Now let's go one step ahead of simile, that is metaphor. In this, two objects are compared, but they are not kept separate from each other, but they are said to be one. It is an implied simile. So first thing is implied as the second thing. So soldier is as brave as lion is simile, and soldier is lion is a metaphor. Life is a dream. Life is not like a dream or as a dream, but it is itself a dream. Your brain is computer. So we are implying that the brain of that person is exactly the computer. It is not like we are not comparing any one quality, but we are saying that they both are same. This is metaphor. Next most common figure of speech in poem is alliteration or consonance. In this, a consonant sound is repeated pleasingly. Betty Batter bought the butter, but the butter was bitter. Sheep should sleep in a shed. Now in first example, consonant sound B is repeated pleasingly. And in second example, consonant sound S is repeated pleasingly. This figure of speech brings the rhythm in the poetry. Next is assonance. In this, vowel sound is repeated pleasingly. In consonance or alliteration, consonant sounds are repeated. In assonance, vowel sound is repeated. Go mow the lawn. O is a vowel. So it is repeated in the line of the poem. So here figure of speech is assonance. She seems to be in the green light. Vowel sound E is repeated pleasingly. Next most common figure of speech is repetition. In this, words are repeated to show poetic effect. Whole word is repeated. Not sound, but whole word. Alone, alone, all alone. So whole word alone is repeated thrice. Miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. The whole line is repeated to create a poetic effect and for emphasizing. Personification. In this, inanimate or lifeless objects are endowed, given with human qualities. They are spoken of as if they are people, persons. Flowers complained about the wind. Now, complaining is a human action which is given to flowers. These waves are attacking us as if they are the army, the soldiers who are attacking us. So, waves are personified. Stars danced all around all night. So, here stars are personified. They are said to be dancing. Hence, inanimate object is given a human quality, personification. Next is transferred epithet. Adjective, epithet is transferred from its original noun to other related noun. Police put him behind the cruel bars. Now, cruel adjective is here given to bars, whereas it should belong to police. So, cruel police, but it is transferred from its original noun police to the bars. Similarly, old man drank the weak tea. Now, who is weak? Old man. But that adjective is transferred from old man to weak. So, transferred adjective, transferred epithet. Tautology. In this, two different words are used to express same idea. For emphasis, for creating surprise, sometimes poet uses synonyms in a single line. It is ruthlessly cruel. The colony was filthy and dirty. Ruthless and cruel have the same meaning. Similarly, filthy and dirty are of same meaning. Hence, tautology. Next figure of speech is inversion. As the word implies, inverting normal order of words in a sentence to maintain rhyme scheme or to emphasize some idea. For rhyming pairs, rhyme schemes, sometimes poet takes the liberty to change the order of words. To the store I will go. Here the correct order is I will go to the store. And in its sound we die. Here the correct order should be and we die in its sound. But poet has the liberty and freedom to do whatever he wants to do, however he wants to play with his words. Synecdoche, where word or phrase that refers to a part stands for the whole. All hands prayed. Hands, which is the part of body, is used for the whole person. Now, all hands prayed. Do only hands pray? No. The whole person prays. But instead of the whole, his only one part, that is hands, is used here, hence synecdoche. He has many mouths to feed. Now mouths to feed, mouths means the people, the family members of that person. So instead of the whole family, symbolically only their mouths are used in this sentence. So mouths part is used for the family whole, hence synecdoche. Next is climax. Words, ideas are arranged in ascending order of importance, as if we are climbing stairs. First, least important, then more important, then most important. He lost his purse, his leg, and his father in the accident. So he lost his purse. Purse is least important. His leg, more important. His father, most important. So ascending order, climax. Let's see another example. He came, least important. He saw, more important. He conquered, most important. Now this is said about Napoleon, who was a great warrior. So it was said that wherever he came, he saw that place and he conquered it. So it is the classic example of climax. Opposite of climax is anticlimax, where words, ideas are arranged in descending order of importance, as if we are climbing down the stairs. So most important comes first. He swore by sun, moon, stars and green leaves on the tree. So we are going from most important to least important. Let's see one more example. He lost his family, most important, his car, less important, and his cell phone, least important. So descending order, anticlimax. Paradox, a statement that appears to contradict itself, sometimes for surprise or for getting the attention. Poet uses contrasting statements, contrasting ideas in one statement. For example, in marriage, two people become one, yet remain two. So once they have become one, how they remain two? These are contradictory ideas, but these ideas are true. My weakness is my greatest strength. Again, weakness and greatest strength. How they are same? But here contradiction is there, so paradox. You will kill him with your kindness. How can you kill someone with your kindness? This is the beginning of the end. Child is the father of man. These are the examples of paradox. Child is the father of man. So, how contradictory it seems. How can a child be a father of man? But, for example, if your father is born in the year 1975 and you are born in year, let's say 2002. So, if we see the age of Earth, who is older? You or your father? Yes, you, because 2002 is greater than 1975. And also the earth and the life were more advanced. The age is more advanced in your birth year than it was in the birth year of your father. So in that sense, if we see, this statement is true. Child is the father of man. Such contradictory ideas are called as paradox. Next is irony. There is a contradiction between what is said and what is really meant. Sometimes when your friend does something very foolish, you say, aren't you clever? So what is intended? That you are foolish. But what you are saying? That aren't you clever? So words have different meaning, but the intention is different. The tone in which the words are spoken is very important in irony. Looks like it rained a bit last night. Now it is very clear, very evident that the place is flooded. But the words are, looks like it rained a bit last night. So this is irony. Warning, do not read this sign. So this sign is put to attract the reader. So the words, if we see only the verbal meaning, do not read this sign. But the intended meaning is totally different because it is put there so that everyone should notice it and read it. In this middle example also, the cloud is saying to the sun, you look so happy to see me. When a character says one thing but means the opposite, that is irony. Apostrophe. Now here speaker directly addresses someone or something. Oh happy dagger. Hello sunshine. Oh God. Oh Lord Almighty. Oh stone. So if direct address is there, then it is apostrophe. Onomatopoeia. So as the word is somewhat strange, so is the figure of speech. Now splash, when you throw the water on somebody. Pop, when you burst your bubble gum. Bang, when you push the door very hard. These are the sounds which you hear. Bang, pop, splash. But those sounds are here used as words. So whenever sound word is used, a word that imitates the sound, it is onomatopoeia. The firecracker made a loud kaboom. When the bomb in Diwali, when we burst a bomb, so sound is kaboom. That sound is changed into a word. I squeezed the sauce bottle but in vain. Now squeezed is a sound word. The actor vroomed his motorbike when we suddenly increase the speed. Vroom, vroom. That is a sound, but it is used as a word. I screeched by applying brakes. And suddenly we apply the brakes. Which sound do we hear? Screeching. Now that sound is used as a word. So whenever a sound word is used in a line of a poem, it is onomatopoeia. Next is antithesis. As the word implies, anti, opposite. So striking opposition or contrast of words or sentiments is made in the same sentence. Man proposes, God disposes. Now proposing is exactly opposite to disposing. So antithesis. Speech is silver, silence is golden. Again speech and silence. Opposite ideas, sentiments. So antithesis. Hyperbole. Now hyperbole is a major exaggeration or an overstatement. Author used this figure of speech to emphasize a point or to add humor. A comic element. I nearly died laughing. So can you really die while you are laughing? No. But how much you laughed? To emphasize that point, exaggeration is used. My shoes are killing me. My shoes are hurting me very badly. To express that extreme pain, the person is saying that my shoes are killing me. My backpack weighs a ton. So is really the weight of backpack 1 ton? No, just to emphasize that how heavy the school bag is. Here are various examples of hyperbole. The king's nose was 3 feet long. My dad can lift over 2 tons to show the prowess of father. That food was so hot, my ears were smoking. That boy runs faster than a car. I'm so tired, I could sleep a year. Can you really sleep for a year? I am 20 feet tall this month. Suddenly you are tall, so you are exaggerating that I am 20 feet tall. I must have walked 100 miles. I cried so long that he cried so long that he made a lake. I am so hungry I could eat a horse. You have a million toys at your house. These are the examples of exaggeration and overstatement, hyperbole. Metonymy, a figure of speech in which the name of one object is substituted for something closely associated with it. Here are two examples. When we will see the examples, the idea will get more clear. The White House declared that we are at war with Mars. Now, White House is a building. How can it declare something? So, it implies that White House is a metonymy for the president. Instead of the president who lives in the White House, the White House, which is closely associated with president, is used in this sentence. After leading the rebellion, he seized the throne. The throne is a metonymy for absolute power or the power to rule. Now you cannot seize the absolute power. It is not a thing, but you can seize the throne. So the absolute power is closely associated with the throne. Whoever sits on the throne gets the absolute power. So instead of absolute power, the thing which is closely related with it, the throne, is used here. This is not what I meant by lend me your ears. Now, when you tell someone to lend his ears, you don't mean it literally that the person should cut his ears and give it to you. It means that the person should pay attention to you. So instead of asking that pay attention to me, it is said, lend me your ears. The pen is mightier than the sword. This is the often quoted example of metonymy. Pen symbolizes the intellect and the sword symbolizes the physical prowess. And the intellectual prowess is always mightier than the physical prowess. So instead of intellectual power and the physical power, the things which are associated with them, the pen and the sword, are used. Hence, it is metonymy. Interrogation or rhetorical question. It is a statement thrown into the form of a question for emphasis. No answer is expected for such questions. Now, sometimes we ask questions just for the sake of them. We are not expecting any answer in return. These are called as rhetorical question. It is a style of talking. To emphasize your point, you use the interrogative form of a sentence. What female heart can gold despise? So we don't expect answer. It is included in. It is intended what the answer is. Are we not the finest people in the world? Are you crazy? So do you expect answer here? No. Can you imagine that? If you poison us, do we not die? Aren't you ashamed of yourself? The answer is in the question itself, that is, yes, you are ashamed, but we are using interrogative form of a sentence. We are using a rhetorical question just to emphasize our point. So, in this video, we have covered main 20 figures of speech. I am sure it will be helpful for you in understanding these figures of speech. So, see you soon. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Thank you.